What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Best Podcast. I'm your host, Eric Russler. I got a bit of a wild episode for you this week. I'm sitting down with three very special guests. Two of my guests, Chris Oliver and Nathan Foltz, are comedians here in St. Louis. You can catch Chris all over the Midwest, Chicago. He's doing shows all over the place. Nathan is all through Southeast Missouri, Southern Illinois, and St. Louis. Check them out. And my good friend Rick Billings has been on the podcast before. He works down at Katie's Pizza and Pasta in Ballpark Village. So if you ever get a chance, go down there and say hi. We had a great time. It was a lot of fun. We got a little sauced up maybe, but I think you guys are going to enjoy this one. All right. Tonight was fun, though.
Yeah, dude, the roast was sick. Look at you, the little winner.
I mean, no, I was so nervous going in. Did I tell you what I did? I was walking through the showroom, and I saw an empty table, but it had a shot on it. And I was so nervous, I just picked it up and just downed it really quick.
Took a random shot.
I just took a random shot. I think it was Malort or something.
Oh, that's not good.
Oh, it was disgusting. But I was like jittery. I was
did it give you energy though, right?
It gave me something. You know what I mean?
I mean, Malort's gonna burn your chest.
It did that.
It was the secret
it did
stuff.
that. I was like, oh, is this just COVID? Is that what I just took a shot of? It was fun though. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was. That's a fun show. It seems to be going pretty well. It's cool they got it to helium already too.
You know what was cool is that the room was kind of like packed, and so I did my set. It went really well. Got some big pops. And then I got off stage, and they were like, hey, you're on the open mic. So I went to the next room and bombed for 4 straight minutes. And so it was like, all right, cool. Good reset to the ego right there.
There was no one in that room anyway. That was just rough.
Well, there wasn't anybody in the first, 4 rows of tables. They were all sitting in the back. And it was just,
I
don't know. It was just a yelling. You went to St. Charles, right?
St. Charles.
How was that?
It was about like my helium set.
Yeah.
How was your helium set?
I caught your helium set. You were doing okay.
It was okay.
Yeah. Hey, it's better than how I was doing it. I was not doing good at all. I never do good.
It was okay.
Yeah.
It was all right.
Okay explains it. Yep.
Yeah.
Did you work tonight, Rick?
Yeah.
Yeah. How was work?
Slow.
Yeah. Wednesday night in the dead of winter. Probably not.
Yeah, it was last few days definitely slow. Nobody came out in the 0 degrees.
Where do you work?
Katie's Pizza.
Oh, like right here?
Yeah.
Oh,
like right
shit,
down there. Yeah.
Katie's is great.
Yeah.
That's cool. That does suck though. This is like slow season for like everybody, I feel like.
Yeah, we've done pretty well, especially because people in Ballpark Village tell me it's real slow during this time. But we've done pretty well through the season so far, except this last week. Nobody came out. It was cold as fuck.
Wait, do you do stand up too?
No.
Just hanging out.
He's one of God's most loved people. That he loves stand up, but he doesn't want to do it. I feel like those are the most important people in the world.
Yeah.
Like the people that love stand up and care about jokes, so they're there to critique, but they're like, I'm not going to take a spot on the open mic list. And that to me is like,
it matters, but you want to get them up so bad.
I do right now. I feel like you got to try it once.
I did do it once.
Oh, well then you're good.
Yeah, I was.
Where
it was what I thought, and I didn't want to do it again.
Was it here in St. Louis?
No, it was at the club we worked at in Cape.
Oh yeah, what was that
I
called?
remember that Laughing Gas.
That's right.
Yeah, I remember that because I remember you being like almost immediately like, yeah, I hate this almost as much as I thought I would. I just remember being like, all right. But he's always been there to like give me tags and like be like, I think you worded it better last night or whatever. So that's what I was saying. He's one of the special people because it's very hard to find someone who likes comedy but doesn't want to do it.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean. Okay, let's do this. Let's start easy. What's the best way to describe how you think?
Nervous, I guess, but then also, I don't even know how to fuck. Deep. Let's start easy.
Chaotic.
Chaotic's definitely a good word.
Yeah.
Definitely a good word. I definitely go all over the place with like everything. I definitely like when I think about something, I'll go real hard into it to the point where then I'm just like, fuck it. This is stupid. It's kind of how it goes.
I hate it and I get rid of it.
Yeah. I do that all the time with like everything.
With jokes, I do it all the time. I have a knee-jerk reaction, and then it's like overanalyze. I hate it. Get rid of it. You know, and if it makes it past those 3 stages, then I'm like, okay, well maybe it'll stick around. I don't know.
Yeah, how do you think, dude? And do you think?
Fancy words and everything.
Overanalyze, yeah.
I say psychotic and neurotic. There we go. I'm fucking fancy there, though. No, I do. I think, I don't know.
Talk towards the microphone.
Hey,
Talk
eat
to
your
it.
mic,
I got
eat your mic.
Yeah, I'm talking.
You can
to
bend
guys.
it. It can
This
bend.
thing's fucking bends, dude. No, I don't know. I think about things in a weird way. A highway,
Yeah.
definitely in a highway.
Oh, I thought you were saying on the highway. Like,
yeah.
I only think behind the wheel.
Yeah.
You don't want me on the highway.
Yeah, I was about to say, we all know Nate turns his brain off.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
well, got an hour behind the wheel.
I'm getting high on the highway. But no, I don't know. I think that's definitely a thing. I think about things in a high way.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just always high. And when you're high, you see things on like an outwards, you know? You're kind of outside the box.
Oh, you can zoom out a little bit. You see the bigger picture.
Yeah, you're like, oh man, I can feel that. I can experience that, man. Like I feel that.
Yeah,
but
man.
but it's all on the outside looking in. Whenever you stop smoking weed, that's whenever you're on the inside and you're like, oh, like, oh fuck, I know, man. Like that's when you're actually crying and shit. Like,
Sounds like you need to hit that right now.
I would bawl my eyes out right now.
Do you remember Towley from South Park?
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me of Nate so much.
Yeah, dude,
Don't
yeah.
you do that to me?
Yeah.
No, dude, after everything you just said?
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
come on, man. What's it been? 3-4 seconds since you got high?
Dude, I cannot not smoke around people, dude, because it's like, just the way they're talking, I'm just like, this is not.
When's the last time you tried to not smoke in front of people?
I was like 16.
Damn.
And a girl walked by me, one of my best friends in grade school, and she was like, your eyes look really bright. And I just remember that. I was like, oh, well, maybe I should, yeah.
Wow, I should get high every minute for the rest of my life right now.
Yeah, I felt like I had my shit together there, but I didn't.
That kind of reminds me, like, I had a girl give me a compliment on a shirt one time in high school, and then I wore it, like, every day for, like, 9 days straight because I was like, oh, this is my good shirt, you know? And then instantly people were like, that's really gross. You should stop wearing that shirt. I was like, oh, yeah, there's a limit. There's a limit.
It's funny because that's about what I made was 9 days straight sober. 9 days straight.
Dude,
You know
sobriety
what?
sucks.
It's a start. Says the sober man in the room.
Yeah, I'm not happy.
But you're doing it.
No, it's not bad. It's just annoying. I wish I liked weed. I just don't like weed anymore. I had one of those last times where I got like way too high, and then I just never went back to it. And it sucks because I used to love it so much. But now, like, I don't know. It's definitely more, I think it's better than alcohol. But I fuck up. Every time I get drunk, I just, like, fuck up. So
They've made weed so strong now. It's like almost that they need, like, entry-level weed.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
If you haven't smoked in a while, you need, like, the beginner weed.
I saw
But
that.
They don't have that.
I saw an ad for something like that on a podcast. It was called like Dad Grass or
Yeah.
something. It was like, hey, you're not trying to ruin your whole day.
Uh-huh.
You're just trying to take the edge off. Buy Dad Grass or whatever.
that's,
like,
Yeah, just sleep through breakfast.
That's
it's
so funny.
It's like you gotta sleep through the whole day. I mean,
No, they're just selling Reggie, just like in a better way. That's what this is.
it's filled crop.
Yeah.
you said failed crop.
Yeah.
Best underrated vacation spot.
Oh yeah, I got this one.
Ooh.
Tennessee.
Yeah.
You know what?
Tennessee.
I said the same thing. Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg. Yep.
Like what? Out in like the cabins or whatever? Or is it the city or what?
Directly behind you. That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
that's
yeah.
this?
Kinda.
That's
the
about it.
Smoky
That's
Mountains.
the foothills right there. Yeah. Yeah.
No, Gatlinburg is pretty dope. It's underrated. I mean, it's not like a party place.
Yeah.
If you're like, oh, I was thinking about going to Vegas or Gatlinburg, go to Vegas. Like,
Yeah.
that's what's going to have what you want. But Gatlinburg's not bad. It's just not, like, super expensive, but it's, like, a small
Yeah.
vacation spot.
Well, and you can do like outward stuff. You can go horseback riding. You can go zip lining. All that. Like it looked like in the background. Yeah. Just like the background. You're right. But like all that. I mean.
What are you guys like big nature guys? You like to go outside and do all that hiking and all that shit?
I'm not big into nature.
No.
I like being outside, but I can just sit outside. Like, I'll be okay with that. Sometimes people are like, let's go on a hike. And it's like, how hard's it going to be?
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do all that. You know what I mean? But if you're like, hey, let's sit around this campfire, I'm like, hell yeah, let's do that.
I got a little story about that. I did my buddies, I did a 14er with them. So it's like you basically climb a mountain and you hit 14,000 elevation.
Was it Colorado?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like petrified of heights, but I keep doing shit to try to get over it.
Yeah.
And so I agreed to do this, but I like in my head I was like, it's just a hike. We're just walking up like a dirt road.
Yeah.
And I got there and we were at the top of like the dirt road, and then I saw people like climbing on. It's called scree, so it's like loose rock. It's not like super loose, but when you step on it, it like wobbles. And I saw all these people like fucking around on it, and I was like, oh wow, look at these guys, these assholes, just being extra and doing this. And my buddy was like, no, dude, this is the only way up. You have to do that. And I was like terrified because you look down. I mean, realistically, if you fall, you're probably not gonna die.
Maybe
But
mate.
you're falling down a bunch of rocks. But
Yeah.
but no. So then, like I make it to the top. I was dead last, and as soon as I got there, like everyone else had a break. I get there, and my buddy was like, "Hey, just so you know, someone got struck by lightning on this mountain last week, and there's about to be a storm, so we have to turn around like right now." And I'm not even kidding. This is the first time I think I genuinely like accepted death, because like he was like, "We have to hurry," and I was like, "I'm not gonna hurry." Like, I don't even care at this point, dude. Like, this took 6 hours to climb 3 miles up, and now, like, you have to run down. I'm like, no, I'm not doing it.
We did a 14er in Colorado, and I didn't realize, like, yes, it's hard going all the way up, but it's just as hard coming back down.
Oh yeah,
because it's just as steep, and for somebody like me, like my knees, I was like, oh, like every time I took a step, I'd be like, okay, let's take a break.
Yeah.
I was with a buddy who's also afraid of heights, and we weren't on a mountain, but we were on a balcony, and he's like, I'm trying to get over my fear of heights. And we were like 22, 21 floors up or whatever. And I was like, well, if it makes you feel any better, man, if this balcony breaks off, we're guaranteed to die. So
Yeah.
it won't hurt. We'll just die. And he goes, that doesn't make it better at all. That makes it so much worse. And I was like, yeah, I guess that didn't really work the way I thought it would. Sorry, man. Okay. Best time and place to have a drink. Like have a beer or a drink, and what beer drink are you choosing? So like time of day or location, or after what when is the best time to sit down and have a drink?
I got two answers. One, after a set like tonight, I would have loved to get hammered because that was dog shit. But two, I'm a big time Sunday afternoon drinker, or I was.
Fun day Sunday?
Oh yeah, just the bars around here in like South City, or not around here I guess, but in South City, it's a lot of $1 you call it's. I used to love tequila and Sprite, so that's my go-to for sure. And even down here, dude, the brunches down here are super fun. I never really do mimosas because I feel like mimosas don't work that well.
No.
But
you might as well do a screwdriver.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just get tequila. I don't know.
I think that says more about our tax bracket than our
Yeah,
taste in
yeah.
alcohol. Because
Yeah.
I feel like if you've got the money, mimosas all day. But
Oh, yeah.
If you ain't got the money, well,
No.
screwdriver.
Rail Gold Tequila and orange juice, please. I want to know your answer for that, though.
Yeah, when's the best time to have a beer?
He sat behind the wheel any time of the day.
No.
When the alarm clock goes off.
Yeah.
No, I say pretty much comedy and family functions. Like,
Family function.
Yeah.
anytime you got a family function, you gotta get wasted.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
when your daughter learns how to ride a bike, or like time your son catches his first fish.
Yeah.
No, I'm with you on that though. There's definitely family functions where I'm like, oh, I'd love a beer right now. You know,
Somebody get baptized. I mean,
as soon as they come up from the water, amen, hallelujah. What about you?
Man, how about shift drink after work? That's always the best. You know?
Shift drink.
Yeah, shift drink rules.
Have you ever done like a long day of like hard manual labor and then you have a beer in the shower afterwards? That is, to me, that's the best beer you're ever going to have.
I don't think I've ever had
just
a beer
like-
in the shower.
Really? Yeah. Oh, man.
Shower beers for pre-games, never for that.
No,
For me.
it's always, so I remember we used to do these like, so when we were in the military, we do these long hikes, you know, like 20, 25 miles, and you got 100 pounds on your back or whatever, and you get down and you're just exhausted, and you just get in the shower and you turn on the water, and you don't even care if it's hot or cold at that point, and you just down a beer. Oh man, an ice cold Coors Light in a shower while you cry a little bit, man. I'm telling you,
That's what I was waiting for. I'm learning a lot about you.
Yeah.
That's funny.
that sounds like a Lifetime movie. That's
Wait,
That's
so
scary.
do you drink for flavor or do you drink to get drunk?
drunk. Fuck the flavor.
No, I'm the same way. That's another reason why I stopped, because I'm like a binge drinker. So like I'll
Yeah.
drink every time I drink. It's like to forget today, because I don't care. I don't think any of it tastes good.
I drink beer as a fucking like. What do you call it? Mixer?
Yeah,
Like if I'm drinking whiskey, I'll get a beer to mix it with a little bit in my mouth.
a chaser, yeah.
Because I refuse to drink water. I think it's fucked up. I think it's fucked up to drink soda while you're drinking.
Why?
Because it's soda. I mean,
Because it's so much worse.
it's so. I mean, you're
than
trying
30 beers a day.
You're trying
To my body.
You're trying to sugarcoat a bad thing. It's no good. You just gotta know it's bad the entire fucking time.
I'm just gonna take a still shot of you, put it in black and white, and be like, in remembrance of.
yeah.
You're like, I ain't drinking water. That's gay.
Yeah, water's so gay.
Yeah. No, I mean I get it.
Yeah.
I know what you're saying, but it's so funny.
Well, what about like? So you don't do any chaser ever? You just do everything straight?
Not since I was like in high school, and I fucking drank. It was some kind of soda. It was a dark soda, and I drank it with whiskey, and it fucked it up for me for the longest time, where I couldn't even drink it because every time I drank it, I couldn't drink the whiskey or the fucking soda.
Do you do a lot of shots?
I mean, I do like doubles.
Yeah.
And you just chase it with beer every
Yeah,
time?
because if I Well, no, I'll just do the doubles normally, and then if I'm trying to like take it easy, I'll get a beer with it.
Nathan's whiskey order is like his In-N-Out order. He's
Yeah.
like, can I get a double animal style?
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll go some of these places where I'll do like a comedy show, and you don't get paid shit. So like you're sitting there and you're like, and you'll ask for a drink, and you'll be like, can I get a double? And it's basically like the amount of a shot. I mean, you should have just got a shot.
Yeah.
Like, and poured it in and they start fucking, and it's like they're taking all your money. I mean, you're making like $30. I mean, you know what I mean? You're like, yeah,
He's not wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like,
some of the places you go to, you're like, oh, okay.
yeah.
I always hate it when they come around to the green room and they're like, does anybody want anything to drink?
I'll take
And I
everything.
very rarely will drink if I'm doing like a paid show. But if I have one and then at the end of the night, they're like, hey, that's $12.50. It's like, oh, I didn't even get a free one. Like,
Yeah.
All right. That's why I always go with water.
12:50 is like one of my drinks. At the end of the night, some nights I'll ask him like, "What's my tab?" And they'll be like 65, 40. And I'm like, "What the fuck?" I start like pushing the hamburger back to him and shit.
The hamburger is what did it. The hamburger. Whoa.
I mean, look at me. I'm fucking pale as fuck.
Do you ever chase? I used to chase shots with cigarettes. That used to help me a lot, actually, with
Dude,
shots I didn't like.
I chase air with cigarettes.
That's fair. Yeah. I forgot who I was talking to.
Look at the
Yeah.
bottom of my eyes. It screams oxygen. I need oxygen.
Oxygen.
Am I talking like Larry Reed?
Larry Reeb. Shout out Uncle Larry.
Oh,
Wait, I promised I would do this. Shout out Megan Phelps. Woo. Okay. She made me promise to what
was the shout out? You can't just shout out.
She just told me, she was like, shout me out when you do your podcast tonight. And I was like, okay,
Well,
shout
I
out.
think it's something cool to say. She just told
Shout
me she
out.
read 29 books this year.
Shout out Megan Phelps reading 29 books.
That bitch
Hell
smart.
yeah. That bitch got
I
brains.
mean,
What's
it
up?
depends though. What books were they?
Fuck, she said quite a bit.
Berenstein Bears.
Mein Kampf was one.
Steiner Stein, though. Have you heard of the fucking goddamn Mandela effect?
Yeah.
Steiner Stein.
What the hell did you just say?
What the hell?
You know the Mandela effect. When you think
Mandela
Morgan
effect.
Freeman and that other guy are the same guy.
No, it all came from Mandela.
The Berenstein Bears.
Yeah.
Berenstein- But okay, but does anybody here in this fucking room, do they remember, like, who do they remember playing the genie?
Shazam? Yeah, I know. I
Yeah,
remember that.
Shazam, Shaq.
Yeah, I was
no,
gonna
no,
say Shaq.
No, not Shaq. It was the what's his name?
Damn, you need a Jamie.
Light skinned, tall, fucking.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He was a comedian.
It was Kareem.
No, I don't remember this at
Fucking
all.
old comedian.
Wait, are we still talking Shazam?
Yeah.
There's
No,
a
not the new Shazam, dude. There was a movie called Shazam. I swear, they're definitely.
Well, I know. I
was,
remember
dude.
Shaq. I remember Shaq. Is
Yeah, I
it
was
still
about to
called
say,
Shazam?
let's preface
Hold
the
on.
news to
No, it
Shazam as it came out in 96.
Or no,
so
no, hold
It
on,
was
no.
never Shaq. I would have remembered Shaq.
Shaq
No,
was
Shaq-
Shazam.
No, it
Hold
was,
on.
dude.
No.
Shaq.
Oh shit, bro, it's Kazam.
Kazam, damn it!
I've had this same conversation with somebody before. And
But
they made
look
fun
up,
of me for
look up
this.
the alternate guy. Who's
Shaq
the
did
alternate
one,
guy?
but-
Okay, hold on,
Shaq
hold on.
did one, but no, there was. I swear, I saw that fucking movie.
Look it up. Look it up.
I am.
The one with the damn. What is his fucking name?
Wait,
You
hold
know
on.
what I'm talking about. He's a comedian.
Shazam.
Well, now this is going to bother me.
movie. I'll figure it out. Dead air, no dead air.
Dead hair. Dead hair.
No. So.
Shazam, Mandela effect in Shazam. You'll get it.
Why this keeps? Oh, it keeps saying Kazam. It keeps auto-correcting it.
Put Mandela effect in Shazam. You'll get it.
Okay. Yeah, you do it.
None of you guys remember it?
Shazam.
I don't, dude. I remember Kazam because I've had this conversation with someone before, and he was making fun of me for it. But
No, it's like
Sinbad.
Sinbad, yeah.
Sinbad. Sinbad was Shazam?
Dude,
He was Shazam.
Dude, I swear, when I was a kid, I watched the movie with Sinbad as a fucking genie, and apparently the movie does not exist now. But I fucking.
What do you mean, it's
watched
just
that
gone?
movie. Yeah,
They say it's gone.
It's a movie that like a lot of people like me are like, no, that totally was a movie, and they're like, no, that was never a movie. There was never a movie
Why?
called that.
That means you guys are fucking like robots or something.
no, yeah. What happened?
Well, there's a lot of things like that. They're calling it the Mandela effect, where it's like maybe a butterfly effect type thing, where they're like shit's changing in our actual reality. Like,
And it,
They say it happened from the
What?
The have you heard of the Hadron Collider?
this is something I thought he would say.
no.
What are you saying?
Wait, I really want to hear Nate try to explain the Hydron.
Oh my gosh! No. Okay, the Hadron Collider, right? Like
Yeah.
it's like a fucking, they're like colliding fucking
Hydrogen.
Hydrons?
atoms. Atoms, dog. It's atoms. So they're colliding atoms, and they're saying after these atoms collide, like they're gonna eventually like create a black hole, and I think it'll suck up our universe. but they think that it's already happened.
And they just got Shazam.
So it's just gonna take Sinbad movies first.
Yeah.
Listen, first
Shazam, first kid.
first came the Sinbad.
Kill him!
Can I get one of those?
Yo, drink it out of his hand. Bet you won't.
I don't have anything.
I'll
You can
drink that out
just
of
rub
your
it on the
hand.
grass. You
I
can
won't
rub,
do it.
you can just rub it on the grass.
No, I know.
No,
I promise you're not the first person to spill beer in
I
here.
didn't even spill
No,
the beer.
I know it.
You
exploded.
caught it.
I honestly have a.
Is this forehands? Yeah, forehands spilled the beer.
Yeah,
dude.
forehand. Shout out Tommy. He told us it was going to happen.
Oh,
Dude,
shit.
This is the
Shout out Tom Crawford.
This
John
He read
Crawford.
30
My
books this year.
buddy from the Marines is a brewmaster, and
Can I get one of
this certain brewery. I'm not going to throw him under the bus, but this certain brewery has been having cans that explode a lot lately, and he was like, I guarantee you they have this problem, and it's going to happen for like the next 6 months. It's been, yeah. So he was 100% on the money. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, Hydron Collider.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the best way to treat yourself to something nice? If you're gonna treat yourself.
Chocolate milk. It's every time, dude. I go chocolate milk and I go fucking like a nice, like I'll eat something good that night and then I'll just drink
What is something good though? Like explain. Like
steak.
Ooh, okay.
I'll make
a
steak,
A steak and then chocolate milk at the end of the night. Just to like fuck it up just a little bit. It's like I just ate so
Wow, this is nutritious. Better chocolate milk.
I want to think of Nate like he's professionally cooking like a filet mignon, like herb crusted, sous vide, like it's beautiful, and then a nice thing of Prairie Farms to wash it down.
Wait, so do you like chocolate drinks, like alcohol chocolate drinks?
No,
Will you drink
fuck
that?
them. Like
So just chocolate
mudslide,
milk.
Yeah, fuck that. It's ruining it. Again.
Will you drink Bailey's?
No, I don't want anything flavored. It's like it's flavored. It's like it's fucking up the flavor. Once you get too drunk, okay, I get too drunk off of whiskey. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm throwing up. I'm like, well, I'll never drink whiskey again. Well, I'm gonna drink whiskey again. I'm gonna drink it. I'm gonna drink it.
That's true.
Like, but it's always gonna taste like shit, and I'm always gonna get sick off of it. But once you get sick off chocolate milk, or you get sick off of a fucking soda, you can never drink the soda again.
Unfortunately, I know exactly what you're talking about.
You ruined it.
Because to this day, if I smell Jägermeister, I'm like, like it's so bad. I can't. I had one time where I just overdid it on Jaeger and Dr. Pepper, and I can't do either. And it's been 17 years.
Damn.
I mean, yeah,
Do you think if you try it now though, you could give it a go?
No.
You don't think so?
No. I was.
That was a beautiful moment.
I was a little bit younger than I should have been. So, kids, if you're watching, listen to what I say, not as I do. All right.
Do kids watch
But my kids do sometimes. Yeah, it's not for kids, but they're like, "Dad, we saw your podcast." I'm like, "Shit."
My kid would be like, "Why am I not at school?" What the fuck is going on?
That's my
Is that why I missed my field trip, Dad?
The fuck, Dad? It was fucking giraffes.
But anyway, I drank. You remember the song "Shots" with Little John?
Oh, yeah.
Shot.
Mm-hmm.
I kept up with that song, the chorus, and did shots of Jaeger and Dr. Pepper. And I was like, it's diluted enough that it won't bother me. But it was 14 shots. I mean, that's how many times they said shot, like that over everybody, back and back, like, and I just, and I was the drunkest I've ever been, and I puked so much.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I had to work a 12-hour shift at JCPenney in the candle section, and I had to stand next to the peppermint candles. And all day, anybody would be like, "Oh, this smells so good." I'd be like, "Ugh," like that, just like dry heaving, and like I was all pale and sweaty all day long. And then this lady had a heart attack in the store and like dropped dead. Mm-hmm. And my manager turned around and he was like, call 911. I was just go, what? Like that. He's just, you know, when you're so hungover, you're like, huh? Like you just can't even function as a human.
Oh yeah.
And he goes, and he just pulled out his own phone.
I like how you're like, you know, when you're so hungover, like a dead body. Like,
Yeah, someone dies and you're like, whatever.
But I sometimes wonder how people end up in their jobs. So, like, you were working the candle section at JCPenney.
JCPenney, during holiday hours, man, you just get assigned to a section and you're just there. You know what I mean? For the next 12 hours. You get a 30-minute break for lunch, and that's it. But we did. I was what was called sales support, which was the greatest job of all time. Because during normal, like, year-round, you would just walk around and, like, collect empty hangers and, like, fold jeans and flirt with all the girls and all the different departments. Like, it was the best job ever. Plus, you're at the mall, and this is back when people actually used to hang out at the mall. So it was fun. You know, like, it was just my way of, like, I would go and I would talk to a girl for, like, 20 minutes and be like, all right, I'm kind of bored. Go to the next department. Talk to another girl for a couple minutes. They didn't know you were talking to multiple girls. You know, whatever. And, but then during the holidays, when you get super busy, like Black Friday season, man, they would just be like, all right, you have to stay right here for the next 10 hours. And you'd be like, shit. And you're just folding jeans or selling candles or doing whatever. But that was the only time it sucked.
I have a question. Instead of saying the best, I just have a question for you guys. Can I do that?
Yeah, do whatever.
So, what's the worst job you think you guys have had?
no.
Because I've had a lot of like really random, like mine would be, I used to work at a graveyard cutting grass, and I worked there. So my paycheck was like $28 because I worked one day, and then it rained the rest of the week. And that one day, so they told us basically at the end of the shift, if people leave flowers and shit on graves, we're supposed to throw it away. Yeah,
What?
so
That's fucked up.
I know. So, and I wasn't paying attention. So, like, it was like noon, and I was already like throwing shit away. And I guess this lady dropped flowers off for like her husband, and then left, and then came back.
Why would she do that?
Yeah. So she saw that her flowers were gone, and she went fucking nuts on me. But
they watch it, dude.
oh yeah, but I didn't know what I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know, 19, and I immediately was like, he made me do it. And, like, the manager hated me from, like, there on out. Like, but I was like, dude, I don't know.
Immediately threw him under the bus.
Yeah, I was like, dude, it was him.
Why didn't you just deny it? Be like, oh, they're probably on one of these.
I wasn't
graves,
thinking,
man.
dude.
Yeah, I'd be like,
hey, are you sure you put it on the right grave?
No, I'd be like, I'm sure somebody picked them up and put them on their father's grave or something. Like,
That's a good idea. You know? But 19-year-old me was like, it was him.
It was him.
Sorry about that, man.
I worked at a hog farm for like.
I believe every second that you just said.
Speaking of the best way to hide a body.
Yeah. No, I did for like 2 years.
What'd you do? Like on the hog farm?
On the hog,
You what? What do you mean, Chris? I killed him.
I had to feed pigs and murk pigs.
What was your weapon of choice?
I don't want to talk about it.
Is this why you drank the
What's your weapon of choice?
No, it's fucked up. I didn't like it. It's like it turned me like
You said 2 years?
PETA. Yeah, like 2 years. I mean, you can't like anything for at least 2. You gotta try anything. For
Yeah. I know I've been killing pigs for a year and a half, but maybe if I give it 6 more months, I'll like it.
Okay, I always round up. Maybe it's not good to round up.
Yeah, Nate's got bodies on him.
Yeah.
It was like a year and a half.
I never like the saying I'll try anything once. I'm like, not, but
Yeah,
not for
that's
2 years.
For 2 years.
I needed the money. And it was the only thing I had. I had a Mexican friend, and when they hired me, they thought I was Mexican.
Yeah. How?
Well, when I showed up for the interview, they were all confused.
Yeah.
They were like, "What are you doing here?" And I'm like, "I'm here for the job."
Must be Mexican.
Yeah. Only a Mexican would do this.
They're like,
Did it pay well?
That was all the guys I worked with were Mexican guys, except like 2 guys.
Yeah.
And they were in charge of like the barns. It was 30,000 hogs.
Damn.
No, I had to sign a waiver that said that I wouldn't get paid overtime.
Well, that sucks.
So I would work 80 hours a week.
Damn.
In 1 week, I would work 80 hours and I would get paid just straight wage. And I would work 14 days with a day off.
This doesn't sound like real at all. This is
Just
good.
Killing hogs.
Yeah. Well, I tried not to. Okay, yeah. Let's go.
Well, no. I was gonna. How much did it pay?
Not much.
Yeah.
It was freedom. Because
Freedom.
I was on probation.
Part of the pay.
It was the only place that would hire me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I knew a guy
I'm not
named
Mexican. I'm on probation.
I knew a guy named Limbo. His name was Limbo Jason. It was like he had like 4 names. He had like a name he would use to go to like the hospital, and then he'd have a name he'd use to work, and then he'd have a name that he just used.
Why? Well, hiding from what?
No, he wasn't hiding really.
But why? I don't understand.
No, he just
had different nicknames that were just
he had
real
different
names?
nicknames. A lot of them would get DUIs, and so if you get a DUI a couple times, you just switch over a little bit. Sometimes.
Did he have like fake IDs? I have so many questions.
you're
I'm
right.
sorry, this is your podcast.
No.
I have so many questions.
I'm with you. I'm on the same page.
Did he have multiple IDs?
I never seen his ID. I was never like, listen, dude, I know you're fucking my cousin, but like, I need to see your ID.
I'm gonna ignore that cry for help for 1 second, but hold on. No, so you're saying, hey, he got a DWI, so now he's just gonna go by Jason?
Yeah, they'd switch him. So
So if he gets pulled over again, he's like, I'm not Jason this
sometimes
time.
it was just easy
Well,
out.
They were illegals. You're
Yeah,
saying,
you had
right?
several different names. You had
Oh, that
Yeah.
makes sense. So,
Yeah. You guys didn't know they were illegal?
No.
I'm sorry. When I hear Mexican, I don't automatically think, I bet they're not here legally.
But a Mexican working at a hog farm with 3 names? I mean, dude, that's
Worked 80
You
hours
know.
Nothing.
overtime.
That means nothing. I was in the military with Hispanic guys that had 12 names. Like, that means nothing.
Okay, well, I don't know a lot of Hispanics, but I know a lot of
A lot of them have a lot of names.
A lot of illegal Hispanics.
Also, the
I know.
names, dude. It's the names that threw me off. They tricked me. Sneaky bastards tricked me.
Oh yeah, they vary. But yeah, that was my worst job. I roofed for a little bit. That was hard too. I think a dude tried to get me to fuck his wife for a little bit. Then I took my shirt off in front of him one day, and I was all fat, and he was just like, "This dude needs to be fired." Like, yeah, okay.
You have the dopest life I've ever heard.
I know. Nate
not
is so full of just random
Yeah.
stories that are like,
I didn't fuck the wife.
Well, don't give up. Maybe she watches
not
the
with
best.
that attitude.
Yeah, dude. You can do anything if you try hard enough. Like, fuck that guy's wife.
That's so wild. So the question was, what's the best way to treat yourself?
Said, I eat
Did
steak
you-
and kill hogs.
He ate steak, kills hogs, and drinks milk.
Yeah.
You changed it to the job.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I had to ask. I had to.
I didn't wasn't just like I like to treat myself like.
No, dude. Please edit that to where, hey, how do you treat yourself? He's like, well, I kill hogs.
I worked hard.
About 2 years worth of hogs.
There was about 30,000. I got about 25 of them.
Oh, you got to think about. I mean, how long does it take to kill a hog? 80 hours a week times 2 years. Like,
Well,
you murder a lot.
So what? Is it like is it a slaughterhouse, or do you like Old Yeller? Like, how do you kill them?
Yeah.
That's it. All
I mean, it
right.
was like a 22.
he starts his stampede,
Yeah.
and just runs him off a cliff.
Yeah.
No, they would do it with like a 22,
When you-
and it was like a bolt action. It like.
Oh.
Yeah.
After you kill so many, you start getting creative. You start being like, let's try
Yeah.
it like this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you ever think about it, like late at night still?
I've thought about. I tried to save a pig once. Well, right whenever I started realizing, because at first they start you out and you're just doing other shit. You're not.
Uh-huh.
They don't start you out murking hogs. You know.
You gotta work your way. Yeah, you gotta prove it.
Yeah, you don't just walk in and
You got to prove you're a company man before they let you murk a
You
hog.
don't just walk in and they hand you a gun. And they're like, "Listen, today, dude, you gotta fucking murk this fucking hog." You know. Or we're gonna...
Dude, that's like how
Yeah. So you start out feeding them and shit. Like,
Oh yeah, you befriend them.
Yeah, you befriend it. They gotta like gain your trust first,
and then you.
But no, you do that for years.
But you had no idea these hogs were being killed. Is what
Well,
you're
it wasn't.
Dude, he opens the barn and he sees them all just hanging dead.
Oh no! But yeah. I mean, but I did try to save. They have them out of if the pigs are born like out of
Wedlock.
They're supposed to get rid of them and shit, and they just like they don't get rid of them in good ways. So I tried to save a pig, but I hid it, and I hid it in a box. And when I ran up to the box, I peeked open because you wasn't supposed to even be outside this barn. But I was like, I'm gonna save this pig because they would like kill these baby pigs, dude. And I was like, I'm gonna save this fucking pig. And I opened the fucking door from the outside of the barn, and light shone in, and it was like in a bucket of rat poison.
Oh wow!
So
Follow-up question: do you still eat bacon?
I do eat bacon.
No, that's like. Have you ever seen like The Bourne Identity or any like CIA movie?
I have seen the.
That's how like they start those guys out. They like make them kill people like that.
Yeah, you gotta start out slow. You can't just
Yeah.
be like, yeah, we need you. You know, first you gotta just like, you know, cuss your grandma out or something. You know. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, one day you cuss your grandma out, next day you're slaughtering hogs.
Yeah. With Jason or Carlos or whatever the fuck his
It's a
name was.
slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope. What's the best way to blow money?
Yeah, I could listen to you all night.
Like,
I know. Fuck, man. Well, before it was definitely just going out. It was just drinking and like coke and like weed. But now, actually not right this second, but normally it's like food for me.
yeah,
I'm a
food's
big-
my thing.
I
Oh,
overdose
yeah.
on fast food.
Yeah.
It's like disgusting.
Food's so good.
That's terrible too on fast food. At least blow your money on good food.
Oh no, if I'm feeling real froggy, dude, I'll go to Texas Roadhouse and overdose on some rolls. But
Oh.
for the most part,
What you consider fast food and what I consider fine dining, there's a very thin line.
yeah, I forgot where you're from. Sorry.
Yeah, I was about to say. I was like, hey, don't you besmirch the name of Texas Roadhouse, all
I
right?
still love Texas Roadhouse. By
I
the way.
do love
If
Texas.
you could go anywhere right now to eat,
Gramophone.
where would you go?
Gramophone.
I love
We
Gramophone,
all
but
know.
it hurts me.
It hurts you?
It's just like I don't know why. Every time I get there, I just fucking. It hurts.
I love it, except for, and I've never said anything bad about this place before in my life. There is a bartender there. I think we all know who I'm talking about. I just call him the big angry gay because you go in at a certain point and he's like, you literally have 30
No.
seconds to order. He gets.
That's my dude now, though. I can't. No, he's my
I
guy.
tip him.
Can't-
I
can't
tip
talk
him well,
about him.
and then he's so much nicer afterwards.
Oh yeah.
But he's so angry, and he's like, "What do you want?" Like, and it doesn't matter what time of day you walk up to the counter. He's like, "What do you want?" And he just stares at you, and I'm like, pastrami on rye, and then I just step to the side or whatever, and he's like, "Okay," and then you tip him, and he's like, "Hey, thank you," and you're like, "Oh, okay."
I think it was last time I went there. I went there after work with the people I closed with, and they got there before me and I already ordered. I'm standing in like line, and he starts saying that there's 5 minutes till close, and I'm like way back in the line, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm not gonna get the order. And my buddy that I work with, he's like, hey, I ordered 2 sandwiches and 2 beers, so like if you don't get up there, like we can share or whatever. And I'm like, oh shit, this sucks, I'm just sitting there like kind of panicking, and he starts saying 2 minutes. And at one point he looks over at the other bartender and he was like, hey, that guy's gonna be our last order for the night. And there was like a line behind me to the door, and I was just like, thank you.
I would have,
like,
if I would have seen him like tracing the line, I would have pulled out dollars and just like flashed him like a crisp 20 and been like, I'm getting a line, right? Like,
well, I got up there, I was like, thanks. And he was like, well, I saw you had been standing there for a while, and he probably saw the panic in my eyes too. Every time he said something, I'm just like, oh shit.
you're just in line like a
please,
hostage,
Lord,
like, please, please, please.
like, Oh man, that would be devastating. I couldn't imagine being one of the people in the back of the line.
Oh no, dude, that's terrible.
I would have. Oh, dude, I would have flipped a table.
Yeah.
If he would have cut you off and not me, and like not let me, I mean, I would have caused a scene. I'd have been like, my money is just as good here, damn it.
That's one thing that COVID definitely fucked up for St. Louis. There's no more late night food, dude. It's so annoying.
Dude,
Exactly.
nowhere
It
to eat.
sucks, dude.
Exactly.
Wait, because none of you guys are from here.
No, I
So,
moved here
have you guys?
afterwards.
Did you ever get to experience like a late night at Courtesy Diner? Not the Hampton one,
Not
the Kings
Courtesy
Highway
Diner.
one.
No, not Courtesy.
I'm gonna give you a rundown. So one, the slingers are fire. The food's actually great, but one time, my roommate saw a homeless lady go inside. It's the environment that makes it fun.
Oh, yeah,
Saw
yeah.
a homeless lady go inside and start to steal all the silverware, and then the workers just beat the fuck out of her.
Oh, nice.
It's like, it's just fun. You know what I mean? I guess it's not fun.
St. Louis.
Wrong word. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, you ain't ever beat a homo?
Yeah. Hey, everyone, you said earlier at the club, dude.
No way.
I'll
Go
say
ahead.
that.
Go
No.
ahead. Do it.
It wasn't
Out
at the
here.
club. It was at that bar we were at.
I'm so drunk. I was
He just
down there
very
and-
nonchalantly brought up about killing homeless people. Just while they were playing Uno or whatever, he just walked by. It was
We find out that's the code name for hogs.
Yeah, yeah,
It's like
yeah.
the homeless people. It was just a farm where.
I was just thinking that's what you start with is hogs. Now he's moved on to homeless.
Anything to feel the rush, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like you'd have more of an emotional connection to a hog than a homeless person.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
cute, at least
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah,
you
they
know?
play in there. Yeah.
Did you ever have you ever been to Buttery?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's a
Buttery's pretty dope.
Oh, yeah.
It's the last late night, or all night mic.
No, your door
guy
told us about another diner we haven't gone to yet. We got to check it out because you like
Here in
Buttery.
St. Louis?
Buttery's fine.
I like.
It's
I like,
not my favorite though.
I like the one employee that they seem to have. Like
They got the guns. Yeah.
Multiple.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like the only employee. I've been there multiple times. He's
Mhm.
like he's the server and the security guy, obviously,
Mhm.
and the cook. You know,
I've
And
clocked
he's
at
the
least-
cashier. You know.
I've clocked at least 2 guns on him, and I know he's got something behind the counter too.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
Dude, that
yeah.
I mean, it's not the
he's
best
got,
area, it makes
He's got
sense.
fucking ninja stars.
It's just, oh, yeah.
Like, that guy's got-
I bet you if you went in there and tried to rob it, he'd be like, "Finally!"
Yeah.
He's so excited.
The arsenal comes out.
He's
It's like Neo in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like the potatoes
That's
are
what-
loaded and I'm loaded.
Yeah.
No, that guy has totally sat there and just thought about all these different scenarios of robbery that he's gonna foil.
Mhm.
Like, yeah,
He throws everything at him first. He doesn't even reach for the gun. He's like first the coffee and then the you know, he's like smacking people with spatulas. Like he's like, I've thought about this so much.
But how is there
Ninja
so
star.
many people in St. Louis, but yet not anywhere to eat?
No, dude, that's just COVID. Everything used to be
Yeah.
like 24 hours.
Yeah.
They gotta. I mean,
It's just annoying.
somebody's- I mean,
Even the gross Schnooks used to be 24 hours too.
I don't.
That
wanna
was
eat it.
even
I don't want to eat
I
it.
know. I know.
That's so
No, that's-
disappointing
that-
to me. Schnooks,
Well, dude,
Schnooks,
for
Yeah.
me, like you, my favorite. Actually, we have a lot of common. I do love chocolate milk and steak.
Dude, I love
Hell
chocolate
yeah.
milk and
I don't care what
steak,
anyone
dude.
says. They
You
don't
ever
ruin.
eat-
They don't ruin each other.
You ever eat chocolate milk and beef jerky?
No.
Dude.
I will try this just for you.
You would love it.
And this better change my life.
Is there a particular flavor of beef jerky or just any?
Slim Jim.
Okay.
You go Slim
Nice. Okay.
And you can't get too big. You can't get too big because you'll ruin it.
Hold
You
on.
know
What,
what I mean?
Okay.
What's your
Slim,
favorite? What's your,
Slim Jim.
No, that was a great answer.
what's your
That's a great answer.
favorite whiskey? Black Velvet, Old Crow,
Whiskey?
Yeah.
He said, "Well, shit, all of them."
My favorite whiskey, I just drink the last thing that didn't make me throw up, and it was Jack.
Well, I mean,
Yeah. That's the last thing that I didn't throw up on. So
saying
anytime I
it's
drink, I'm just like, I'll take some Jack.
Slim Jim barely doesn't even qualify as beef. It's like the government.
Oh, it's
cheese
not
of
beef jerky.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Wait, so what's your chocolate milk then?
That's what made me laugh so hard.
Yeah,
Because he
same.
was like beef. He was like,
None of you probably had it. Farm Fresh.
Not off the top of my head.
Dude, I'll smuggle it over here like a fucking backroads fucking bootlegger, dude.
I'll buy some chocolate milk off you, dog.
He's moving weight of chocolate
Yeah,
milk.
In some places, you can still get it in like glass bottles.
Yeah, I think I
Like
might have
Oberweis?
had.
What is it?
Like Oberweis? Have you had Oberweis?
No.
It's glass bottle chocolate milk that you can like bring it back to the store and they refill it for you.
No, yeah, that's about how it was.
It's very good. Maybe it's kind of the same thing, but like
Yeah.
the St. Louis version.
Yeah.
Dude, I do
Yeah,
love
that's
chocolate
right.
milk. It's
Chocolate
so
milk's
weird that you
so
bring it
good.
up because I used to drive people home before I was like heavy into drinking. I would always be everybody's DD, and I would buy my fee for driving you home was a bag of Andy Cap hot fries and a quart size thing of chocolate milk. I was like,
Dude,
I'm
it's not a
good.
bad payment.
Yeah. I was like, if you buy me this. So we would always stop at the gas station after we left the club or whatever. And I was like, so long as I get my chocolate milk and hot fries, I'll drive you wherever you need to go.
Dude, yeah, I love chocolate milk so much, I'll have to like pour it out into the fucking ditch.
What?
What?
What does that mean?
Like, I can't stop drinking it, so I just gotta go outside. If I get like a fucking gallon, I just have to go outside and dump it into the ditch.
Why don't you just put it away?
I can't.
You're just gonna
screw the
drink all of
I
it?
can't, dude.
You just make yourself throw up every evening.
I've burped up bubbles.
That's crazy.
Bubbles of chocolate milk where it came out. It came out of my esophagus, dude.
That why don't you just why don't you just get less chocolate milk?
Yeah,
That's what I've tried doing. I mean,
Dude,
I've got a half gallon though. I mean, even a half gallon. But once you get below a half gallon, they don't do increments that even satisfy you.
dude,
It's like, I mean,
Oh my God.
you're doing like the little. Okay, you get the little ones. The little
Like,
ones.
why do you think I buy my whiskey in the little bottle?
yeah.
Dude, I tried to buy them in the little bottles at a gas station once, and I had like 5 of them, and I put them up there. I was a little drunk, but I was like, I put them up there, and I was like, how much? I was like, I should just get a bottle.
that's so funny.
But
I
then
mean-
you don't want to go to the ditch and pour it out, so you're
Yeah, dude.
No.
fucking drinking.
That's why I need somebody. I need somebody to pour it out for me.
Dude, you go. You don't have to do that.
I like to think of his family having like an intervention for him, and they have to go around his house and find all his chocolate milk stashes.
Oh yeah.
But he only has so many places that are refrigerated, so like they open a drawer and they're like, oh, there's like chocolate cheese in here. Oh boy.
So get an ice bucket.
Dude, I promise if you die
Oh,
when you die before me, I'm gonna pour out 2 gallons of chocolate milk in a ditch off the highway
dude,
for
I will
you.
probably rise out of the grave, and I'll be like,
Dude,
He doesn't rise out of the grave. All of a sudden, you just see a bendy straw. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna put those chocolate milks on your grave, and then when the grave guy comes to throw it away, I'm gonna stop him and be like, "No,
no.
you're not doing
I don't
this."
care what your manager told you.
I'll do it.
Oh, that's good, man.
Nice.
What do you think the best length of time for a haircut? All right, like ass in seat, start to finish, length of time for a
Like
haircut.
how long it should take?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you want to go?
Yeah, I don't know. Is this like what you should get a haircut?
No, what for you? What is the best length of time? All right, are you somebody who wants like, hey, I want like 5 minutes in out quick, or I want you to take an hour and a half. I want to look great.
Okay.
Like,
What
what do you prefer? You know what I mean? Because I've had it both ways. I've had a haircut that was so quick. I'm like, are you sure you did everything? And then I've had another haircut where I was like, dude, this is my whole day. I need you to speed it up a little.
Well, I used to want them to be fast and good at the same time, but now
This ain't a perfect world, dude.
well,
You get one of the other.
Yeah.
no, you find a good barber, he'll give it to you. You know, he could do fast and good, especially if you go to the same barber, which I used to try to go to the same barber, but now I'm my barber.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh, there you go.
But if I go now, it's kind of nice and sucks at the same time because it takes forever because they got if I have somebody shave my head like a barber, it's kind of nice because it's almost like pampering yourself maybe treating yourself, like you said earlier. Like it's kind of, like, but at the same time, it takes forever. Like the dude has to like wrap my head with a hot towel and then like lotion it and then wrap it again, and then otherwise it'll,
Sounds lovely.
Yeah, dude, a good haircut is its own treat.
But then he also fucking charges me like $75.
Yeah, see, here's the thing. Yeah.
Is that before tax?
They don't tax haircuts.
No, not tax. Is that before tip?
Yeah, you got a tip too.
Is that before tip?
Yeah. So I've only done a shave like twice now. Like, well, I got a buddy who's a barber who I went when he was in school for it, and he shaved me a few times, but like, and it really took him forever. The first time he had ever done it, he shaved my head, and it took him forever. But yeah, so I've only done it twice at a barber now for that reason. Like, not only does it take so long, and but it's expensive. Yeah, but I understand that because I wouldn't even do that to somebody for $75. Like I do a lot of stuff for money, but like I don't want you to sit down here and fucking lotion your head and wrap a towel around your head and spend 45 minutes shaving your head. I'm not doing that. I don't want $75 for that. Fuck you. Like,
see,
I always at least $200 or $300 if I'm gonna do that.
Well, I always think about that. Not near as much money, but like if you go to like Sport Clips, they do all that shit. Like if you get a certain thing, they'll be like, all right, we'll massage you and like do all this shit. And I always tell them they don't have to do that. Yeah. Like I don't want that because I wouldn't want to do that either. But to answer your question, I think for me, it'd be like 20 to 25 minutes. Let it out.
Yeah, I'm good.
But no, like 20 to 25 minutes. But so like I go to Sport Clips, and I like I know they have to do that, but they're like the Hooters girls of like haircuts.
Yeah.
They have to like talk to you the whole time, and sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. There's like one black girl there who I love because she just roasts me every single time I go in there. Mm-hmm. Because whenever my beard gets long and I get all nappy, she's always like, it looks like you're working at the gas station again, you Arab. And it's like, that's funny. But I guess it's kind of aggressive. But I think it's funny.
It is funny. I mean,
but the other ones, you sit down, they're like, what's your astrology sign? What are you watching on Netflix? It's just like, ugh. I don't know. I'm sorry. I had to let that out, I guess.
No, I get it. I can't stand it, especially because I'm
like strippers that cut your hair.
Probably. Yeah. I'm deaf in one ear, and my other ear is not great, and so when they're clipping, like, I can't hear shit. Uh-huh. So sometimes I get annoyed when they're asking questions, like a ton of questions, especially when they're trimming my beard and then they're asking me questions. And I'm like, well, I don't want to move because then you're gonna like screw up my, you know what I mean? Like you're gonna screw up my mustache. Like I can't move my mouth and then you get straight lines and stuff. But I hate it when they ask like stupid questions. I don't know. And another thing that pisses me off is like so it's like if you go to Great Clips, the haircut is $15 and then you add a tip, right? But like if you go to a freelance barber who like has their own shop or like comes to you or whatever, and they say, hey, the haircut's $40, then the haircut's $40. Mm-hmm. Like if you want me to add a tip, you include it in the price before you tell me. Like I had somebody tell me once they were like a freelance barber, and they're like, hey, price is $35. And so I was like, all right, cool. And I paid them $35, and they were just like, oh, something wrong? Did you not like your haircut? And I was like, no, it's great. It's like, well, you don't want to leave like a tip or something? And I'm like, dude, you work for yourself. Like you don't have to pay rent for your chair. Like if you want me to pay you a certain amount, make the haircut a certain amount. You know what I mean? It's all going to you. You're not like someone who works at one of these chain salons who has to like buy their chair every month or whatever. Like, I don't know. Is that a dick move or is that?
I think I would still. I still anybody who does. Like, even a freelance, I think I would tip him.
I guess it depends.
A little bit.
If he had the average price, then yeah, I'm going to tip him, you know.
I don't know. I just feel like if somebody's going to cut my lawn for me, they're going to be like, hey, it's $20. Mm-hmm. And so you pay them $20. You don't pay them $30 because you're like, hey, you did a good job. Like,
but what if they do an extraordinary job? What if you're like...
Then they should ask for more money.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you, I'll give you what you asked for. But if you're working for yourself... then include your tip in there. You know what I mean? Like But if you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, but if you're a food truck, for instance, and like you're the only guy in the food
yeah,
truck,
that's different.
you're still it's a tip industry. So like
that's a
even though
little
it's
different
for
because
yourself-
that's a little different because it's food service.
I feel like hair. I've dealt with hair and like no, I've not cut hair. But no, I just got like I got this widow fucking peak, dude. Like look at this. I mean, Jesus Christ. No, I did this is my little move. But no, I mean, I would pay anything to have this taken away. So anybody who cuts my hair and I'm like, that looks like less of a widow's peak, like I would give them anything. I'm
Do you want to get married?
I love you.
I would tip out the ass.
Well, that's
dude.
I used to have mine cut straight across, even though it was like, but then I finally just started shaving it off.
If they cut mine straight across.
I guess I'm the ass then. All right, I'll start tipping more, whatever. I just feel like
if
you know what I'm saying, right?
If they do good,
But my point is like it's a tip industry, right? So like if he did set his prices higher, some people might not even understand that. Like, well, why is this guy charging so fucking high? They wouldn't be like, oh, he's an owner operator. He doesn't expect me to tip him. He's just charging $25 for the haircut. That. But if he's charging $12 like everybody else, just because he's the owner, you still want to give him that tip because that's the way that industry works.
That's true, and that's exactly why I don't go to places that are expensive, because I don't want to pay the extra when I have to tip too.
well, plus I got a.
But I'm also cheap.
I got a lady who she's a barber, but she'll cut hair, and I can tell she's like filling people out. Like if they don't give her a good tip. She's probably not going to answer the call.
Anyone in the industry, in any industry that does tips, does that.
Yeah.
I do that. I used to deliver pizzas at Emo's, and if someone has a bad tip, or I know they don't tip well,
you're going to pass it off to some newbie.
No, I'm not going to be a dick. I will take it, but like if there's like 3 orders in a row and it makes sense to take that one first, I'm definitely taking it last.
Okay. Well,
It's like no, you'll still get your food, but like fuck you.
It's gonna be a little bit colder. Right?
Yeah.
But
so a tip comes with its own.
That should to anybody that tips little out there, that's how the fuck it works.
Like, yeah.
All right, so I'm not anti-tip. I want to make that clear. I'm not anti-tip, especially with like delivery guys, because you work for Domino's, right? So like. When you deliver the pizza, or like when you pay for a pizza, the money for the pizza goes to Domino's. It doesn't go to the delivery driver.
Yeah.
So you give him a tip. But if you have someone who cuts hair and it's their owner operator basis, and they're like come to your house or like whatever, then it's like, why am I giving you extra?
I feel like
because it's all going to you, 100%.
No, I see what you're saying.
If they're coming
You know what I
to your
mean?
house,
But
if they're coming to your house,
That is
That's
different.
what I mean.
That
That's
is
what I mean.
different.
That's what I
the
mean.
house is different.
Because
Sure.
then it's like, okay, well, if you want $40, if you're going to make it $30 and you want a $10 tip, then make it $40, and I will give you.
I didn't catch that part.
Okay, all right. Now I feel a little more
at someone's
vindicated.
house.
All
It's
right.
like
Wait a second. What kind of haircut
Well,
are
no,
you having coming to your house?
There's some people that do it.
Well, now they don't have the overhead expense of the fucking barbershop. And
I
shit.
think
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying because like at Great Clips, the stylist or whatever rents her chair month to month
I
and
thought
then
you were
pays
talking
back.
about going to like a barber that you knew was the owner operator of the barber shop.
But wouldn't you still tip them if they did a little bit better? Like, because you.
I mean, yeah.
You'd want them to keep coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, what if everything gets booked? They're booking everybody,
exactly,
and they can't.
Like that.
Yeah.
They're gonna
you know
put
what?
you last, like he said. So, like, if on a day where you really want a haircut, if they're busy, they're not.
Yeah.
Gonna,
And
they're
it's
not
really
gonna
the only
prioritize
thing
you.
we pay for that is like a part of our body.
To be honest,
It's
though,
the only thing.
I talk a big game, but if somebody came to my house, my hair, if they cut my hair and then we're like, all right, it's going to be $25, and then like turn their iPhone around, I had to pick a number, I would just hit a button.
See, now that I fucking hate. I hate, and I worked in the industry a lot. I'm a bartender now. Like I work for tips, but like I hate the autograd or the fucking.
buttons?
I hate the autograd. I hate the buttons that give you suggestions. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
And I guess maybe it's because most people are so dumb, and I get that all the time because I always give people receipts, and like I don't give them a fucking thing that gives them that auto thing. And
Are you saying like when it adds the gratuity on it?
well, like
Well, no, it has, like,
if they
6
hand you like a
selections.
computer to do it on,
Oh,
and it'll
that's what
give
Emos
you-
does. I
and
have to do
it
that.
gives you like a tip suggestion.
sounds so
Like it'll be like, this is 15%, this is 20%, this
Uh-huh.
is 25%, or do you want to do a custom tip?
Yeah.
It's like I fucking hate that, man. Like,
I have to
don't
do
like
that at Emos, and I think you do get more tips, but I don't hate it. It's easy, I guess, easier. But there was one guy where I like handed it to him. I hate asking for it because that kind of sucks because it's all on the phone. So I got to be like, hey, this is gonna ask you a question, and then it's gonna ask for your signature. But there was one guy in particular where I watched him like, oh no, and then hit the X, and then like his cat got out, and he like asked me to help him get it, and I was like, all right, maybe if I get this guy's cat, he'll tip me. So I helped him, and then he didn't tip me,
He
and then it
still
got out
didn't
again,
tip you?
and then I just left. I was
No,
like, all right,
I'd
fuck
look-
this guy and his
Oh
cat.
no, I'd have looked and been like, no.
yeah. Well, I was hoping, dude. I was hoping for the money.
That's fucked up. Like, how far was the cat out? Was it like? I mean,
It wasn't far, but this guy was like fucking really fat, and like he
He would have
couldn't.
Never,
Yeah,
he would have never caught the cat.
I mean, the cat wasn't like sprinting away, but this guy was like, I don't know, he was very slow.
I
I'm just imagining Brendan Fraser in The Whale.
Yeah,
He's,
yeah,
like,
that's a
trying
good
to,
example.
like, make it to the door. Okay. All right. So, best length of time for a haircut?
2025 for me.
2025.
Yeah.
That is a good
Yeah,
time.
because that means you cared enough to get it done. It wasn't too fast, and like I don't know, I just feel
Whatever
uncomfortable.
time it takes to take this widow's peak away. Like, you could take an hour and a half. I don't give a fuck. You could.
15 years.
My grandma could die in the waiting room, and like I'm like, dude, if this widow's peak is gone,
It's the birth of my first.
the child can wait. Like,
Because our first picture together is going to be.
Yeah.
yeah, it ain't gonna be gone. It just has to be away.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. What happened? Okay, here we go. Best meal you can get for under $10.
We said this. I don't know if it's already been said. Dude, I fucking heard people talking about best meals for low. Dude, rotisserie chickens.
Oh shit!
Oh, yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah.
Nathan!
It makes me
That's
feel like a giant.
$6.
I feel like a
$5.99.
giant, like in like the Mickey Mouse shit, where it's like he's just jumping through the Jello and shit, and he's like a little mouse.
You mean like it like Walmart?
You
or
completely
Sam's Club or
lost me
something?
after you said
No,
giant.
let him cook.
You know what I'm
It
saying?
sounds euphoric.
When you grab a little rotisserie chicken, it makes you just feel so like you've got like a
Like you're
fucking,
swimming in Jello.
dude, like you've got like an actual turkey or some shit. You know?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
you're just sitting there you get to rip the leg off. You're not sharing with
don't.
anybody. You're not sharing with
Yeah,
your family.
that's
It's
true.
not
That is
like a
true.
Thanksgiving
That is
fucking
true.
dinner where you
Oh,
gotta shave off
You
a
don't
little
have to
bit.
eat the whole thing yourself.
You
though.
eat-
Yeah.
You hear how he drinks chocolate milk. You know how he's eating a rotisserie chicken.
I've never not eaten the whole thing.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Like,
You have to.
Okay.
I eat the whole thing down to
They're
the
like
asshole. Where I'm
Said,
I'm
said
pulling-
Rick, the only vegan in the room. Yeah,
Dude,
we're-
I'm pulling meat off the asshole, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't eat this.
yeah, I don't think they actually include that in the rotisserie chicken, but I know what you're
The
talking about.
asshole?
The cavity. Yeah.
I mean, probably not the. I'm not eating the cavity. I mean, just like.
Sure, butthole, yeah, all day.
yeah.
But cavity,
Yeah, I
whoa,
can't ask, but-
whoa.
No. All right. I think I know the answer, but do you have a membership to Costco?
No.
That's what I thought. You need to get one. You need to get one. You need to get one.
That was such a subtle burn.
Am I poor?
No, I'm kidding. Hey, this is a comedy podcast, right? We have to talk shit. No. I had to do that.
Just watching him go, wait, am I poor?
I did it for the clip. Clip that. No. Wait, go on. Sorry.
I was saying he's got me thinking a whole different venture, the opposite of Costco, like something that sells tiny shit, you know?
Yeah.
for somebody that can't control themselves, like we only sell tiny things. Like if you can't eat a whole bag of chips. Like, you don't want to buy a bag of chips because you'll eat them.
And that's what I need.
You can buy 3 Doritos.
Honestly,
I don't need 3. I need at least like 12.
That makes sense, and you should not go there because it's just bulk size.
Big. I would
But-
do so
We'll
big.
sell them 3
But
for
they
10.
have 2 things that are
bulk
dope.
chickens.
They do rotisserie chickens
Yeah,
for
they do.
$4.95.
Yeah, they do.
And you watch them come out of you can get it fresh.
But they're probably all jacked up, like fucking, like steroided out.
Yeah. So what?
With the beer?
You're drinking and smoking. You can
Yeah.
get a little smoke them chicken.
You
Yeah.
can only take so many vices before you're dead.
Yeah. So eat some chicken. So eat some chicken.
Oh my God. Cigarettes, alcohol. He just got done saying, he's
Yeah.
like, I don't care what it tastes like, as long as it goes down,
Yeah.
doesn't make me throw up.
But
And then he's
hormonal
like,
chicken?
Yeah, and then we pull out rotisserie chicken. He's like, whoa, where are the antibiotics on this?
Yeah. No, well, I was gonna say they do that, and then another thing they do at the deli right there, you can get like pulled rotisserie chicken for like $5, like a whole bag of it. It's kind of dope.
Yeah, but you can pull it yourself and get
Yeah, or
double, triple
Yeah.
the price,
Up
triple
to
the
you.
amount. I get you.
yeah. I'm just saying it's a deal. It's just a
I
deal,
get
dude.
You can do a lot of things with that pulled chicken.
You can,
And you don't have to do any work. You don't have to fucking pull at the ass of the chicken.
You don't even see the chicken's ass.
Yeah,
you just
I
got
hate
it.
the chicken ass, dude. When you flip
You
it
hate
over
or ate?
at the end, when you eat it all, and you're at the chicken ass, and you're like, you're still hungry. You're like, well, I mean, all that's
Like
left
it
is the
is
ass.
2024.
Yeah.
You flip it over first. You eat the bottom. You're like, well, maybe I'll just eat the bottom of this chicken.
I'm sure this chicken has a bidet.
Yeah.
It's clean.
At the end, you always eat the ass.
I'm,
You're like,
I'm shocked you didn't start from the back, dude.
yeah.
Just 2 drumsticks on his ears.
dude, how gay would it be if we all just ate a bucket of rotisserie chicken right now?
From the
That'd be awesome.
I
What do you
actually
mean?
would
I'd
love
be
that.
so
Yeah,
happy.
yeah.
I'm so hungry.
rotisserie chicken and hot sauce and just sitting here.
Oh my god.
I don't know. You got some bomb pops?
Last night it was like 12 degrees outside, and I met up with Rick, and it was like bomb pop, and we both sat in his car just eating popsicles. And he's like, "This might be the gayest thing I've ever done."
No, it was, like, I'm sitting there, my windows aren't tinted, and I was like, I definitely wish my windows were tinted.
Yeah.
And it was like,
We're both just like,
pretty, but we just smoked a blunt. He had the popsicles on top of my car.
Yeah.
And then, the cottonmouth, like, yeah, let's eat these bomb pops where, it was a weird moment.
That's not gay. That's beautiful broman.
yeah.
It was a bro.
Well, it's gay. It's not gay because you guys had a blunt.
if
If you guys are sober, that's super gay.
eating bomb pops with your bro is gay, I don't want to be straight. Bomb pops are awesome. All right, we're at like an hour and 10 minutes. You guys, you want to wrap it up? Are you good to keep going?
It's up to you guys, man.
I'm wasting.
I'm having fun.
I'm sure
I-
there's a lot to cut out.
I think we can keep-
a few more beers.
No, dude, he's gonna get some good clips. You're the star of the show.
Yeah, Nathan, you don't realize it, but you're
Yeah.
killing it, man.
Yeah,
Dude, if that's how it is, dude, I'm fucking getting drunk the rest of my life.
I feel like you made that decision before tonight.
I feel so weird right now, dude. Like,
They're going to play that video clip at his funeral.
Oh,
and
yeah.
be like, he was enabled by his friends.
I hope so.
I'll own it, dude.
I hope
I'll look your family dead in the eye and be like, it was so funny. He did what he had to do.
Yeah. Commit to the bit, Mrs. Foltz. You don't understand.
Yeah.
All right. What animal do you think would give the best massage?
Octopus?
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously, right?
That just-
would be pretty good, dude.
Yeah, but
It's gotta
be. I need something like a kangaroo right now though, because I got some serious.
You're feeling
shit going
tight.
on.
Oh, yeah.
You're feeling tight.
You know, they
Those
Yeah.
motherfuckers
they
oh my
box,
God,
too.
they're-
Oh yeah.
Everybody
and they
thinks
kick.
about their
You see,
legs. Like, that's the
They're
big...
fucking jacked too.
Uh-huh.
Like some of those look.
But we've all seen that
crazy.
video.
Yeah.
With the
yeah.
kangaroo and the dog, and then the guy hits
Yeah,
him.
the dog, the kangaroo just like holding the dog underwater, just like
Dude,
like that, and the guy's like, "Get away, get away!" And he like punches the kangaroo, and the kangaroo's just like, it's wild.
Yeah, I think I need some of that on my back right now.
No, octopus is for sure.
It's got to be.
I mean,
like.
not to mention
that's
how
like
many
the-
arms, but the suction cups as well would provide like an extra grip.
Yeah, but that would be like the nice, pleasant, like treat yourself spa day massage, not like the deep tissue, like your back's fucked up massage.
Oh,
That's
yeah?
what, like,
That's
Yeah.
true. I don't think it would help that much.
That's I mean, like the octopus would be lovely and sensual, you know, like. Like,
Well, maybe.
I don't know. I have a really hairy chest. I'd be worried it would like start
Oh, that-
pulling chest hair out. I'd be
Yeah,
like,
that's gonna hurt.
I'd be like
God.
Steve Carell in 40-Year-Old
Yeah,
Virgin.
whatever you
Well,
like,
maybe an
yeah.
octopus would be a good follow-up for. I don't know about a kangaroo because I feel like that's gonna hurt. But if you do something a little bit more intense, then follow up with the octopus. I feel like that would be like perfect. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it loosens you up, and then I feel like that's just gonna get what the other
I
animal
was
couldn't.
going a little extreme because my back is a little fucked up now, but yeah, something a little.
Yeah, I feel
I
like a
don't know.
kangaroo would make it a little
What's
worse.
a little less strong than a kangaroo?
I don't know. I was thinking about a rabbit because they have those like thumper kicks and then they
Yeah.
like. But I worry. I'm a big guy, so I worry that a rabbit wouldn't have enough juice to like. I had to break up with my
So, what about-
chiropractor though because he was small.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, hey man, I don't know how to tell you this, but you're just not getting it.
Maybe have a decent size.
Dude, he probably felt
dog.
like shit.
I know. I felt so bad. He was like, hey, all right, big push on 3. 1, 2, 3. Like that. And I was like, I didn't feel it. He was like, here, let me try it again. He was like, And I was like, you're gonna have to get like a running start, man. Like he was like 5'2".
Yeah.
And I was just like, come on, man. I'm 6'6", like 300 pounds. You're gonna have to put some muscle into it.
As soon as a dude
Use
touching
that
me
guy's
makes
scouting
that
cape.
noise, I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm out.
That's a funny noise. Huh. Oh, hogs.
Hogs.
Hogs?
I don't know. I just wanted to bring up hogs.
I'd say
They
like,
give a terrible massage.
Yeah, for sure.
I'd say like maybe a koala bear.
I'm just
know.
picturing Nathan face down on that table. He's got the little like oval where his face goes, you know, and all of a sudden the door opens and closes and you just hear and he's like, oh no, they came to get me. They found me.
I should have never told the hog story.
No, dude. I learned something new about you every week, and I
know.
love this, dude.
I said this the other night. We were hanging out, and I was like, every day I get a little piece of the Nathan puzzle. It just comes in, and it all makes a little bit more sense.
It was a dark period of my life, man.
Sure.
You told that story about that meth head. It was like, if you're not home, I'll just kick your door in or whatever. And you were like, no.
Dude, that happened after a show, too.
Yeah.
I told the dude I didn't want to do any shows near my hometown. And then I ended up doing a show near my hometown, and I talked to a guy, and I was like, hey, you should come by my house. And the next thing I know, the dude was fucking, like, kicking my door in. It was like, what the fuck, dude?
Well, he told you on the phone. You were like, hey, I'm not going to be home later. And he goes, well, if you're not home, I'll just kick your door in, right?
Yeah. And he has a family, and, like, it's like, what are you doing? That's fucking insane, dude. Yeah, people are crazy.
Best conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
there's so many to choose from these
Yeah.
days.
So many.
Dude, Ron Funches has the best joke about
I
conspiracy
saw it.
theories.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not gonna do it because it's his
Yeah,
joke.
yeah.
But if you just go to YouTube, type in Ron Funches conspiracy theories. It's the best joke I've ever heard about that. I mean, the topic.
Mm-hmm.
Nate, I know you've got some conspiracies.
I've got a bunch. I mean, all the way from Flat Earth. I don't really believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't believe in it. But, I mean, who are you going to question? Who knows?
I would more believe Hollow Earth than Flat Earth.
Hollow Earth, but did we ever get to the moon?
Do you think we got to the moon?
I mean, who knows? I mean, we fucking still use the Russians to get
I
to the
think-
moon now.
I don't think we did the first time.
No.
I think we have now,
Yeah.
probably.
That makes sense.
We could if we wanted to now.
Mm-hmm.
I think we've made it at this point, but I think we lied about it at first. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like there's no way we can't get there right now.
Yeah.
I feel like Elon Musk is there right now. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a way for sure.
It's just Elon Musk and Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
And oh, what did you? The conspiracy. I love the Epstein Island conspiracy theory because everybody's like, that's not real. That's not real. And then it's like, oh, shit, it's kind of real. Like,
yeah, there's like so much evidence.
Yeah, you know?
I was just going to say, what do you mean conspiracy theory? Like,
yeah, it's not conspiracy. Dude, the difference between
theory.
Yeah, the difference between conspiracy theory and truth is like 6 months these days. Like, you're just like that whole thing about Stephen Hawking.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that was wild, man.
I might have missed that one.
He was on the
island. You haven't heard about that?
Oh, dude.
You got
on the island.
Out of anybody,
no, I'm sorry. Yeah,
you can't give anybody a pass. But Stephen Hawking. I mean, that dude.
Whoa.
Well, all right. Well, hold on. Let's hear him out, maybe.
That dude's not getting laid anywhere.
Well,
I mean,
but he wasn't fucking like adults.
No.
Yeah, but there are other options.
Yeah. If I'm not getting any pussy, I'm not gonna go bang a bunch of kids.
Hold on, because I heard what he was
Yeah,
into watching naked dwarves solve complex math problems.
No way.
That's no. I swear, I'm not making this up. I've heard this so many times from so many news sources.
That's so hot.
Stephen Hawking was into watching naked dwarves solve complex math problems on a chalkboard that was too tall for them to reach. That was what he was into. He wanted to watch them struggle to be like,
But were they? But were they at least 18?
I see. That's the thing. They never said. They never said underage dwarves. If they were above 18,
I mean that's weird. But
how do you have a grown midget? I mean, you don't know if they're done growing.
I think you know. I think you know, man. I think that's a problem we figured out a while ago.
They could always have a growth spurt at the end, like a fucking. It's like the.
I don't.
Well, I was 4'4" until I was 17, and then.
You can't celebrate. It's like the throwing the Gatorade over the end of the head. At the end of the game, you can't. You don't know.
I mean, doctors aren't. They don't know everything, but they're not weathermen either.
They're not just guessing.
My doctor tried to.
They were like, "Oh, we missed that one."
Yeah, I've had doctors try to prescribe me some weird shit, dude. So
you might try it. I mean, who knows? I mean, could it be worse than the self-medicating you're doing? Okay. What Olympic event would you be best at?
Oh, jeez. I don't. There's nothing Olympic about me.
No, there's.
No.
no.
They do a bunch of crazy shit though.
Well, you got to think it includes summer and winter Olympics.
Yeah.
Well, I know they were talking about adding poker years and years ago, and I would definitely have to go with that. But I don't think they've made poker an Olympic event yet.
I would go with what's the single man bobsled skeleton or whatever. I think I could do that because it's just going downhill. You know what I mean? I think or the ski jump, the like long, the high the. Mm-hmm. The thing where you just go down the hill and it's just one big jump, the long jump or whatever. Yeah. I think I could do that because you either land or you don't. You know what I mean? It's like pass fail.
What's the one where it's like you like literally like get up and shoot something and then you like ski away?
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you exactly.
I don't think I'd be the best at it, but that'd probably be fun.
I bet that's so hard.
For sure.
I bet you that's so hard.
For sure. But like I don't know. I don't know what else I would even do in the Olympics. Like I mean, if it's I could run, but I wouldn't be the best at it either. No, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can't run. I can run faster now as a 40-year-old than I could when I was 16. So I'm not going to the Olympics.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah, I'm just saying that's what I would do best.
I can imagine the 16-year-old you.
Yeah.
I can't run fast enough. Put it this way, I walk fast. My run and my walk are they're not very different.
I will say, from the time I met Rick till now, he looks much better now than he did when I met him. He was much, much bigger.
Well,
Dude, your face.
You were bigger, and you still had like real long, like blonde hair.
He had long blonde.
I didn't
Yeah.
have long hair. I never had long hair.
I mean, it wasn't long.
I had
Okay,
hair.
right.
I just had
Just longer
hair.
than now.
Longer than my hair
You
is
were
now.
like this. You were like it went out.
I had hair. Apparently, I looked bad with it. I guess.
No, you didn't. No, that wasn't. Nah,
was a
fuck.
fat
That wasn't the
man.
part that I was saying looked bad. I was just
I
saying.
was a fat hairy bastard.
No, but I'm just saying. Damn. It was a
Damn,
compliment
Rick, you're
that
looking
just
good.
went
You
on.
used to look like shit,
Yeah.
though, dude.
Yeah, anything's a glow up, man.
Yeah.
No, I was saying that you look better now than you did. You like, I don't know.
I'm like
All
like
right.
a fine wine, man.
So Olympic events. I
I
don't
could
know.
do flips and shit, but I wouldn't win.
Could you do like the like diving into the pool?
Yeah.
Like the high dive?
Yeah,
Can you flip on a trampoline?
yeah. I can do
Oh,
I can do
yeah.
like 10 backflips in a row.
Really?
Yeah. Me and the neighborhood kids when I was a kid, we used to play this game called Ladders. That's how I learned how to do it. So one does one, then one does two, then next does three.
You ever see
So,
somebody
yeah,
get
so-
fucked up on a trampoline?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I've fallen through the metal or the thingies before too. And one time we were all jumping on trampoline when it was raining, and you should never do that. And we all just went right through it.
I tore my hamstring at a trampoline park for my son's 7th birthday.
Well,
I
I'm
think
gonna
I
have
have.
to. I'm gonna have to go with curling.
Oh,
Because that's
good
like-
answer.
That's the best answer.
Yeah, that is
That
the
is
best answer. All
That
right.
would take the yeah. I could do one of those. There's like 5 people on that fucking pit crew.
Was that
And
Dragon Ball
I
Z?
could
You a
Yeah.
weeb?
What is that, Jaguar?
You like anime? Are you a weeb?
Oh, dude, I love anime.
Oh my god, I can't wait to talk about this off camera
just
so you don't lose followers. I'm a huge weeb.
Dude, I don't know what a weeb is, but
That means you love anime.
Oh, no, dude, I love it. What's the hate? My wife hates on it. My daughter makes
They just
fun of
don't
me.
get it.
They don't get it, man. They don't understand. It's about like one man and his struggle to overcome, man. No, dude, I love anime. It's so much better than, like, I make fun of the things my wife watches, and she's like, you watch Japanese cartoons. I'm like, first of all, my show has a plot to it, and you get invested in the characters, and your show's just stupid, whatever. Like,
Did you watch Attack on Titan?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh, dude. Attack on Titan. Every episode of Full Metal Alchemist. Every episode of. Where are they? Let's see. Every episode of My Hero Academia.
I love My Hero.
Dude, that's my favorite.
Same.
I love that better than
Same.
Dragon Ball Z. Better than Cowboy Bebop. Better than all of them.
I'm gonna
Dude.
kiss you on the mouth, dude.
Oh
I know
my
you're
God.
a weeb, dude.
Dude,
I fucking
yeah.
love anime.
Dude, me and Enzo talked about this the other day. Dude,
That
he
makes
loves
sense.
it too.
That makes sense.
Yeah, sorry. All right, I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
You guys, all right,
Like
let's.
anime
You guys
is
just
kind
gotta-
of.
Dude.
Good.
right, we'll do-
Everyone says it's gay. It's so good.
All right,
I like
Now
Dragon
it's
Ball
gotten
Z.
so
but
popular.
the others,
recently,
Dragon Ball Z, I loved. That was the first one I got into because
Same.
that was what would be on when I got home from school.
Well, that's how they get you in. They like it's like gay.
It
Well,
does-
dude, no, dude. Anime.
They give you a little dick rub first, and then they're like, you know what? I'm just gonna suck your dick, and just like, well.
All right.
No. All right.
Okay.
Anime's
Well,
like.
we're talking gay.
No, I know. Anime to me is kind of like, I don't know how I can compare this without looking like a douche.
Go for it. Just do it.
Okay, so anime for me, like, it's kind of like coming out because
No, you went right.
you don't. At first, you don't want anyone to know that you love it,
Exactly.
and you don't tell anybody. And then you watch a lot of it. Then you watch a lot of it. You take a lot in, and then finally you're just like, "Fuck it, I don't care who knows. I love anime."
Really? Because I don't know.
How
I feel
did
like
they
it's
backtrack
gotten.
on my
I
gay
felt like
stuff?
it's gotten so popular recently. Like everybody seems to like. I knew nothing about it, but like the casino I worked at down in Cape, like it was weird. Like all the people there, like it was the first time I started feeling kind of old because like all the people I worked with, like they'd be having these fucking conversations. And I was like, I understand all the words that you're saying, but when you put them in that order, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, and it was between anime and Dragon Ball, between anime and Dungeons and Dragons. They played that shit too. So it was like, I didn't know. Are you guys talking about D&D or you're talking about anime? Either way, like. You're saying a lot of strange shit, and it's like you're speaking a foreign language, but they were speaking English. But I'm like, I have no idea what the fuck they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm not a D&D guy, but I am an anime guy, 100%. And I remember I was always really embarrassed that I didn't want anybody to know that I liked anime. But then when I got to high school and I had black friends, and they all liked anime, and I was like, anime's cool?
Yeah.
Black people like anime?
Yeah, dude, they love it.
Yo! Like that.
Yeah.
I immediately, dude, I'm not kidding. There was, in my, sophomore year, I just stopped hanging out with all the white people I knew because I was like, I like football, chicken wings, and Japanese cartoons. I've found my group. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready to go. Like, it was my favorite.
You know, if you go to the gym right now, like any gym, a lot of the guys that are, like, jacked, like, huge, they're all wearing, like, anime gear. It's kind of nuts. It's just a new thing. Uh-oh.
No, keep going.
No, but it's like, it's funny. It's funny how it's taken over. It really has.
When I was in Japan, I bought a shirt that looked like Goku's, like, training shirt, and I would wear it to the gym all the time. Like, and as it got, like, rattier and rattier, I was like, cool.
Yeah.
Like I would like cut it and stuff like that to be like, no, it looks like I just got done fighting Frieza. I love it.
Anime's awesome.
So, well, I got one more question for you guys, and we'll wrap it up here. Cool. What is if the world were to end? What would be the best way for it to end? We've got killer robots, alien invasion, giant asteroid. Yellowstone eruption, the Yellowstone mega earthquake, have you heard about the mega volcano? That eruption or attack of lizard people.
Okay. You guys want me to go first?
You can do multiple ways, like best.
Yeah.
What would be the one that would wipe us out the most?
Well, yeah.
What would be the one to be the best to fight against? What would be, you can take it however way you want.
Meteor for sure. Knock it out. It's quick. Done. Mm-hmm. Fun, lizard people all day for sure. You gotta fucking fight like another species and like defend. That would be really like. So wait, it's the end of the world, so we lose no matter what.
Well, I mean, not necessarily. Well,
so you
could say this is the best one to fight against. Yeah,
it's an apocalypse. Maybe we win, and it's still fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, dude, that's just gonna be an all-out fucking war.
Let's say
everything Alex Jones warned us about.
Oh, dude, I would say that lizard people would probably be the most fun because you got to think about it like 60, half the year or whatever when it's cold, they're not a problem.
Yeah,
because they're warm-blooded.
Yeah, but what if they have technology, though?
If they have
figured out how to survive the winter, like they don't have fucking jackets.
Yeah, they just show up with coats.
I mean, hey, I don't know, man.
They showed up in spaceships, but they're like, "Oh, you're winter."
It's like, oh no, it's 40 degrees.
They're like, "How are you out here with the? We got these." Jackets on. They're like, what is that you're wearing?
They calculated light speed, but not winter. That is a good point. Yeah. I just think they'd be more fun to fight against than like killer robots. Although killer robot, it's not so cut and dry. You know what I mean? Because killer robots, you got to think like, all right, well, where are they? Are they like battery powered? How's that lasting? You
could probably out street smart a robot, right?
Maybe,
they're smarter than you for sure, but like they probably don't have common sense.
Well,
if most of us don't either, right?
Yeah, but lizards probably don't either.
Yeah. I don't think it would be so bad to have an apocalyptic event because I think we would just lose out on like the worst parts of humans.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like the people that don't return their shopping carts to the little cart corral, we would lose them, and I'm okay with that. Yeah, people that run red lights, we'd probably lose them.
Well, hey, hold on now.
I run so many red lights.
I don't.
Well, it's St. Louis. We all heard.
Say now I'm a downtown St. Louisian now. I don't know how that says St. Louis. Yeah,
St. Lucian.
I'm a
St.
downtown.
Lucian?
Yeah. So like now, like they run red lights. They get mad at me.
Yeah,
Not
people
running
do
red
get mad
lights,
at you.
yeah.
If you stop at a red light, people will be like,
they're like, this is
Mhm.
a fucking stop sign. What is wrong with you?
Well, then it's the St. Louis
Like,
stop. You
yeah.
don't stop.
yeah, you just
You
roll
just go.
forward.
Well, I've heard of a Chicago stop, like at a stop sign where you don't stop, but like no, downtown St. Louis, they don't wait at a red light. Like they stop. It's a stop sign.
Well, in Chicago,
They
you
stop.
can still get tickets. St. Louis, you don't.
No,
So you might as well run them.
I feel like
It's lawless.
Well, is it?
Yeah,
Are you
it
telling
is
me
a
they
bit
don't?
lawless.
'Cause I feel like they put out a PSA that's like, "Hey, we don't like write tickets unless you get in an accident and you're at fault,
Yeah.
then you'll get a ticket."
Yeah.
Have you seen that video of the two people that both ran a stop sign? It's a four-way intersection, four-way stop, right? Two people ran the stop signs and collided and flipped the cars both flipped over and hit other cars, but one of the cars involved was a cop car. It didn't have its lights on or anything. It just ran the stop
Nice.
sign. And so now the city's like, okay, well, who's at fault? And the cops are like,
Yeah.
First accident, I was at one of the. I've only been in a couple of accidents, like two in my life. You know, first one was a cop fucking hit me, like just totally wasn't paying attention, T-boned me. I would have avoided it if it wasn't a cop, but it's like 2:30 in the morning, and I was just nervous that I was gonna get pulled over by the cop. I saw him like way in advance, but he just kind of like pulled out of this place, like, and there was a median, you know, and he just kind of coasted through the median, and I'm just thinking, oh, this motherfucker's gonna pull up right behind me and pull me over, like, and then I'm like, oh no, he doesn't see me, and like I finally swerved at the last minute, but and he hit me.
you should have
and,
let
like,
him hit you.
Yeah.
well, he hit me, but I mean, if I hadn't, if it was another car and not a cop car, I would have just changed lanes, like, and we would have never been in an accident because I was on a 2-lane street, but like I was on the closest lane to this median that he was like in, and I was actually had a suspended license at the time, and so I was like nervous that, you know, he was gonna. I'm like, it's like 3 a.m, you know, you're automatically suspicious, but so he fucking hits me, and like I spin around, I end up like in the median, like the grass median, like, and I'm just like, what the fuck? And he turns his lights on, and then I'm like,
Yeah, what?
What?
it's like, but
I guess
so,
he had to.
yeah. So, but then another car, like he came over and he was like,
Mhm.
"Oh my god, are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "I didn't even see you. Were you in that lane the whole time?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man."
Yeah.
I was like,
I would have
wanted to
immediately been like,
switch,
my neck!
Yeah.
Ah,
that's
my
what-
neck!
I wanted to be like, my neck, my back, my neck, my back, my neck, and my back. Like, yeah, I wanted to do that, but at the same time, my license was suspended, so I was like, fuck, like, this sucks. So, and this was 20 years ago at least. Actually, it was probably like 22, 23 years ago, so it was a little different back then.
Yeah.
And I had my license. like-
Pre 9/11.
Yeah.
Thanks, Osama bin Laden.
They ruin everything.
I had my license, but it was suspended,
Uh-huh.
and so I'm just thinking, I'm like, maybe, you know, if I give it to, it's not my fault. It's like if because he told me like he was waiting on another officer to come, you know, and take
Mhm.
care of everything, and it was clearly not my fault. So like I'm just thinking like maybe they'll just take my license, write down the information, and like not know that it's suspended, you know. And that was what happened. Like they put my license number on the report and all this, and like they didn't know it was even suspended.
Uh-huh.
Like, and let me leave. But I'm just thinking the whole time, I'm like, I'm about to go to jail, because in Florida, like, and I'm pretty sure it's still this way, but like on a suspended license, that's just you're
Wait,
just
this was
gonna
all
go
in
to
Florida?
jail. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're just gonna go to jail, like if you got a suspended license.
Yeah.
And you're driving, it's not a ticketable offense. Like you go to jail. So I'm like, I'm about to go to jail because this dumbass cop like wasn't paying attention and hit me. So I was so thankful to just be able to leave.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't like my neck and my back, you know. But like, and they fucking came to my house the next day, like cut a check for like the damage to the car, like, and of course I could have argued it,
Mhm.
but like again, I'm just like, okay.
No, yeah.
You know?
Whatever.
And yeah, so but yeah, that's the difference between now and then. Because now, like, they would have just run my license in the computer and like known it was suspended, and like I would have probably gone to jail, and it would have been my fault for even being on the road that night. You know, so I'm like, it was nice at that time. But
See,
that
also doesn't even exist in St. Louis, though. Like in South City, or in the city in general. The counties are fucked, but you could, like, cops do not care about stuff like that, really. Unless you're, like, noticeably hammered or something.
I saw a temp tag the other day from 2019.
Yeah.
I was like, nice.
People told me it's always kind of been like that in here, but that it's definitely after COVID, that shit's just like kind of wild, wild west here now. But,
Well, dude.
But I'm like, no, where I'm from, like, the city never played. Like, we didn't play about small time shit even. Like, the cops always would, like,
That's
fuck
Florida,
with you
though.
hard.
Oh, yeah.
They gotta keep a tight grip on that place.
Yeah, your small time's different than our small time, I feel like.
I'm just saying, like, everybody I knew from, like, other bigger cities would be like, oh, dude, yeah, if the cops pull you over and you got a couple of nick bags in your car, like, they just fucking take them and send you on your way.
Oh, yeah.
No, in Florida, like, they fucking arrest you, like, to book you for, like, 2 little dime bags, and I'm talking 20 plus years ago, they'll take you to jail for, like, you know, a couple. Obviously, I said dime bags.
Yeah. That's like the surrounding counties, though. Like South County's like that. West County's really bad like that. North County's not that bad.
Yeah, North County's like, we've got so much shit going on.
Yeah. Well, that's what the city. I have time for one more story.
Yeah. You have as much time as you want.
So, that just reminded me with your accident. I got into an accident in high school. So this was like 2010, I think, and I was making a left turn. I mean, the full story is my buddy threw something in my other buddy's car, and he started chasing me, and we were, like, driving like idiots. But I was making a left turn, and I wasn't paying attention to the car coming. I was looking in my mirror to see the guy behind me, and I fucking smoked this guy. And then we all get out of the car. I had, like, 8 people in my car, and, like, 3 of them ran, but the guy was hammered. And he started yelling at me, but I was, like, a kid. I was, like, 17. So he's, like, screaming at me, and it's all nonsense because he's, like, fucked up.
Yeah.
And I remember he goes, I have a pacemaker. You could have killed me. And I was like, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Because, like, I was just so mad because I used to love my Explorer, and I just totally fucked it up, just totaled it. And my friends leave, cops show up, and they're talking to me and my buddy Gabe, my buddy Jordan. There was one girl with us. And then my buddy Max, and the cops show up, and they're talking to us, and they're like, hey, who's the driver? And I'm like, it's me. And he's like, did you have anything to drink tonight? Which luckily I didn't. And I was like, no, you can breathalyze me. Like, I didn't drink anything. And he's like, I believe you. And then he was like, all right, so this guy's wasted, and he's being a dick. And, like, I think he's, like, blacked out, so you're fine. He's saying that he needs an ambulance for his finger or something, but, like, they were just like, whatever, we'll call the ambulance, but, like, don't worry about anything. I just need to write a report. And he pointed to my buddy Jordan, and he was like, where were you sitting? And Jordan was like, the trunk. And he goes, okay, back seat. And then he wrote us, like, a fake report. It was awesome. For me. Not for that guy. I definitely ruined that guy's life. But basically, your story made me think of that, and it really is kind of, like, lawless in that part of the town. Especially.
I mean, that's what people are telling me since I moved here. They're like, it was always kind of that way in downtown in the city. You know, they're like, but now, like, after COVID, they just don't give a fuck. And now I live here, like, I see that, like, like these bike gangs or whatever will just drive down the streets all the hours of the night doing, like, wheelies, and they'll have ATVs and all this weird shit. I'm sure they're filming, you know, videos for their YouTube channels and shit.
But on the plus side, this New Year's Eve, there was a lot less gunfire than last year.
Yeah.
So we're doing it. We're doing it.
I think it was 4th of July. I just moved up here, like, in, like 4th of July, I just got here. And, I get off work at, like, 11. And so I just in time to see some of the midnight antics. And I come across this dude driving down the street on a fucking scissor lift. drinking Jameson,
Yeah.
shooting fireworks.
Yeah.
Like on
Hell
like,
yeah.
a scissor lift, like just driving a scissor lift down the street with a bottle of J-Mo, like shooting fireworks.
Why not?
Like downtown, like it's wild down here.
All right, real quick, do you guys have any shows to plug or any dates
Yeah.
coming up?
Dang, this is the first time I get to do this.
Yeah.
I've been.
Oh, and
saving
your
this-
social media, like plug your.
Okay, follow me at Tofology on Instagram. January 19th, I'm at Woods Bar in Robinson, Illinois. 23rd, Stan's open mic debut. Please come and support my open mic.
Hell yeah.
January 25th in Chicago, I'm at the House of Blues. The 26th, I'm at the Clubhouse in Chicago. The 27th, the Clubhouse in Chicago. The 28th, I'm at Second City, and then in Chicago, and then the 29th, I'm at the Comedy Bar downtown Chicago. And
Cool.
that's that.
Cool. Nate, you got any? If you don't, you got any Tim Loss shows coming up or anything?
I was scrolling like a motherfucker, dude. I got it. I was scrolling. I mean, it's there. Hold on a second, dude. We got a couple coming up.
We'll get there.
I mean, damn it, you couldn't have given a drunk man like longer to fucking like.
You can follow Nate on Instagram at in the number 8 comedy. So at in8 comedy.
You clever.
There we go.
Yeah, so follow him online.
And we'll be at the VFW in Washington, Illinois, and the Vineyards in Leslie, Missouri.
Dates for those?
The 8th and the 9th of March.
Nice.
Oh, nice. Yeah, so you got plenty of time. Make sure you go see Nate. He's a hilarious comedian. He's one of my favorites in the city. Check him out. And Rick, you don't really do the social media thing, do you?
Catch me in the wild.
Yeah. Stop by Katie's Pizza and Pasta. He's a server and bartender there.
Bartender.
What's that?
Bartender.
You're a bartender, but you do a little service on the
table every now and then.
Every now and then you get a table, right?
Take the plug, dog.
Yeah, exactly. Don't diminish your accomplishments,
I am
sir.
usually there for brunch on Sundays.
Yeah. All right.
Bottomless mimosas. Yeah.
I know we talk shit on mimosas, but go get one from Rick, all right? Or a screwdriver. Why not? Go hard. You can't drink all day if you don't start in the morning, right? Yeah, so go check out Katie's Pizza and Pasta in Ballpark Village, downtown St. Louis. Go check it out. Rick's one of my favorites. He's been a longtime friend, and he actually helps me write jokes probably more than anybody else. So if you like my comedy, you probably like Rick. Go hang out. He's cool with him. The last thing I ask everybody is, what's the best way to fix this podcast? If you had something to
Get him more booze.
No. I need a chair that doesn't make me look fat. Hold on a second. Hold on.
And
Brother-
bigger pants.
brother, I haven't. You have no idea.
No, but look at me. If I was right here on the edge the whole time, I was like this.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Whoa. He did it.
The whole
No,
thing.
you know
I'm
the
less fat now.
have I ever told you the very first comment I ever got on one of my videos, like reels, clips, anything, was on YouTube. It was an Indian guy, and it just said obese. That was it. That was the only thing it said. It's because I have this terrible posture. But if I sit up straight, I'm not as fat as people think. But when I'm all like, bleh.
Well, first off, I would take a trip to India and I would kill that Indian man.
This is where we find out that the
Keep it
pigs
going.
were Indian.
It's a good thing we said bye already.
Once you have like bad posture, you can't stand a good posture.
Yeah, it's pretty
Oh,
bad.
fuck.
over.
Wait,
Oh,
I
yeah.
have one more thing I forgot
Keep
to
going.
plug.
Keep going.
Yeah, February 4th, City Winery. Duke Taylor, Jack Wright, Andrew Gaffigan, and myself will be performing. You guys got to come out. That's actually in St. Louis. So, yeah, any of your St. Louis listeners, please come out. It's the best show that I produce.
City winery shows I've heard are fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
They're very
I've
fun.
heard they're so much fun.
Yeah, they're very fun.
Yeah.
Very, very fun.
Yep. All right. Hey, guys, thanks so much for listening. I appreciate it. We'll see you next week. Cool. Peace.